From Silver Spring, Maryland, this is GAN Show. I'm your host, Malik Linzonzo. Today, we have a special guest. Uh, Born in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Vincent Derek is a recipient of Martin Luther King Essence of Humanity Award. He is also an NAACP Social Justice Award. We have Mr. Derek today with us today to speak about not only him, his activities, but also one of the most important events that will take place in Lancaster very soon, and that is uh, Black Business Expo. Hello, Mr. Derek. Good to
Hello, how
see
you
you.
doing?
Good. How you been, man?
I'm great. I'm great. Glad to be on your show.
Hey, listen, it's a pleasure to have you. You know, we're trying to, what we're trying to do here is to promote, folks like yourself that don't usually have, the social media, the mainstream media kind of exposure. But
Right.
yet, young people like yourself that, are doing fantastic, doing wonderful job in the community, respected community. And, I will recommend everybody to join us. If you want to be on the show, please send us contact us, send us an email or text us, so we can have you on the show to kind of display. We want to put you on display because there's a lot of negativity going on in our communities. We want to display even more folks like Derek, who's been doing fantastic jobs in the community. So, Derek, again, welcome to Global Affairs Network. This show is about education, politics, and also business. So you here today on the business portion, but feel free if you don't mind to speak about politics, but because we can handle all of that. So again, welcome. Tell us a little bit about you, because at the beginning I was telling folks, our viewers, that you're actually born in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and you are a recipient of the Martin Luther King Essence of Humanity Award and WCP Social Justice Award. That's kind of huge. Can you take us a little bit back into how you get into social service?
Um, as again, I was born and raised in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and growing up as a child, I found myself kind of always complaining about there's not enough to do. The neighborhood is not providing an outlet for the youth, and during that time, a local leader, her name is Darlene Bird, kind of challenged me to take lead and providing opportunities and outlets to get the neighbor involved. So around the age of 16, she named me the block captain of the 300 block of South Ann Street. And at that time, I became the youngest block captain in the city. And she invited me to be on her board of South Ann Concerned Neighbors. And since then, I began being involved in my community. And at that young age, I really didn't get the concept of what I was doing. But as I grew older, I realized that this was kind of like in the blood of our family. My uncles, my grandmother, they all were political leaders in our community and involved in organizing community events. So as I grew, I became involved with a local community center called Crispus Attucks Community Center, which is the only African American community center left in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And I began mentoring youth, providing outlets, cultural and performing arts programs.
What fantastic about, listen, you see how hard it is even yourself to go through the your lengthy resume. You've done a lot
Right.
for a young person like yourself. I can tell you this, I've been in the politics, in education, almost, and now in business myself. I never been a recipient of the Martin Luther King Essence of Humanity Award, NAACP Social Justice Award. So I applaud you for that. And for that talking, I would like for young people to follow your steps, to do the same thing, to be positive and keep working in the society, in respective communities. So how can you tell us a little bit the first one, the Martin Luther King Essence of Humanity Award? Uh, how you get it? So you got
Um,
to, you know, how did they recognize you for that? You probably have done some good stuff.
yeah. So during the time, the Christmas Addicts Community Center at that time, I was a volunteer there, and I was mentoring youth for providing a performing arts outlet. But actually, at that time, I also was um, unemployed, living with my friends, homeless. So they provided me that award because even though I was not in a particular place that was, let's say, stable, I was still able and willing to provide to my community. I was still volunteering. I was still mentoring youth when myself was struggling. So they felt like, as a young African American who was consistent, dedicated to providing to their community, that I deserved the award while also struggling myself. And also during that time, my father died, and my grandfather was kind of sick. So, I had a lot of struggles myself, but I was still able to and committed to be a mentor to my community.
Excellent. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. I
Hmm.
see that you went through a lot yourself, but you never stopped working on providing in terms of mentorship and helping other kids to
Right,
just to stay on the positive side.
right,
This young, young man that you've been mentoring today, you're on the Global Affair Network show. If these kids or young gentlemen are watching, and I suspect there's some ladies with them, they're watching right now. What kind of advice that can you give them in terms of staying positive and continue to do the right thing?
um the advice I'll give young men or young people who are watching, always realize that you not don't necessarily have to be a product of your environment. Don't listen to stereotypes. You can always be yourself and still make a positive impact in your community. Um, Always remember that there are people out there who might be going through worse than you, and be grateful that you have a life to live, and that you have the ability to give, and you have the ability to lead somebody into a better tomorrow. You know, I thank God for people that were in my life that showed me the right road, because I could have been another statistic, but they believed that I had the ability and the power to change my community and be a positive influence in my community. So just know that you can be whatever you want to be, no matter what you look like, no matter how you dress. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't change or make a positive impact in this world.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, man. I think you talk about yourself a lot enough. I don't, I know you're here for something bigger than that. Folks like yourself who accomplish too much stuff usually don't like to speak about themselves. They like their work,
Right.
and their reputation speaks for itself. That's wonderful. I was pretty impressed with what you are doing and you keep doing. I think you inspire a lot of people in your community. I see the response when you shared the link that you will be on the show. I see the
Hmm.
response of people in your community positively supporting you, and a lot of people saying you actually deserve it. Actually deserve this bigger spot, to showcase what you've been doing. So, with that, I don't know. Are you somebody who's interested in politics, Derek? You like politics? Do you like to speak about politics, or you really
um,
stay
I
away from it?
I actually ran for city treasurer twice. The first time I ran for city treasurer, I ran as a candidate who was not a part of the local Democratic committee, and I also wasn't endorsed. So I ran with the interest to learn more politics and to kind of, my real goal was to go against the system, to be honest. To let people know that you don't have to look a certain way, you don't have to act a certain way to make an impact in your community. So I ran twice, and both times I lost by 100 votes. First time, second time by 300 votes, but I only spent like $150 on my campaign. Um, and this was really to get me into like the politic arena. I'm currently still on the Democratic committee in my hometown, so I'm involved in some parts, but I'm really passionate about grassroots work, community, face-to-face interaction. That's my passion in my heart.
Yeah, that's the way to go, man. Grassroots
Mhm.
is the way to go because big politics with big money usually it's always politics as usual. I don't know what was your impression on the presidential debate. You watched it. What are your impression on it? What do you think about what happened in that first debate facing the President Donald Trump and Joe Biden?
I feel like the debate showed us what we already knew about Donald Trump. Um, I think it was a wake up call to not just the African American community, but the community of the United States as a whole, that he is not scared to show you who he is, and he kind of is not afraid of repercussion. And we all grew up with that saying: if they show you who they are, believe them. And I think he has proved to himself over and over that he is not the right person to be the president of the United States. And if he remains in that seat, it's not going to benefit us all equally. Um, it looked like two kindergartens fighting over a toy at recess. Donald Trump was not letting Joe Biden get his words out. He was very, very just to be childish.
It's impressive. It's really impressive. Were you shocked by what you saw, especially when it comes to Donald Trump, the president? Were you
Mm,
shocked or surprised?
Repeat that again. I'm sorry. There was some cars
I said,
outside.
were you shocked or surprised to see the president interrupting, behaving the way he was behaving? Or were you shocked or surprised by that
To be
behavior?
to be honest, I watched some of the White House press during the COVID-19 pandemic, and I kind of seen how his press release were. So I wasn't surprised, but I was kind of shocked when he actually kind of start talking about Joe Biden's dead son. And when he referenced the Proud Boys, that kind of was like, oh, he really, really doesn't care what we think or how we think.
Yeah. You know what? Unless a lot of folks that were they were surprised about him, I was not surprised.
Right,
As a matter of fact, I expected the president to act the way he acted, because
hmm
when he was a candidate, he was coming from the outside world. It was easier for him to throw stones in people in the arena. He was somebody different and particular and on the orthodox kind of candidate. Now that he
right,
is in the arena, and I wanted people that voted for Donald Trump to see who was Donald Trump. And just like you said, he never changed. He doesn't care to change. He doesn't care what you think about him, because he
right,
already know, as you always say, I can shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and I will still have people supporting me.
right.
So he doesn't care actually for people who expect him to change. The president won't change. That's just who he is. He have already he told America, this is who I am. You accept me or you reject me. So a lot
Right,
of people make that actually they make the decision to embrace the president, and we just have to deal with it. So
right.
that's my take on the whole story. So I was not surprised. I was not shocked.
So
All I
you,
was well, I was just happy that it is confirming actually who it is, and it's up to us, America, to stand up and say, listen, this is what we want for our country, and this is what we want as a global leader, because America is not just a leader for the United States. America leadership is beyond America. It goes across continents, and our leadership has to be respected. And
hmm
now today, I don't think we have that kind of respect when
we
it
don't.
comes to leadership. So it's at the same time as It's disappointed, but this is what we want. This is what people want. That's why we continue to call people on registering and vote. You have to register and
Right.
vote. There's no more excuses. People,
None.
through sweat and blood, our people really die and fought for us to have this right. It is an obligation for us to register and vote. Whether you're in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, or here in Maryland, you have to do your work. You have to do register and vote, and don't be intimidated by anybody that trying to tell you
Right.
otherwise. So,
So I have a question for you.
yeah, go ahead.
So, I hear a lot of people saying that Joe Biden is just the evil, kind of the evil, the two, and they don't want to vote for either. How do you feel about that if a person doesn't vote at all because they don't like none of the candidates?
Yeah, listen. Um, yeah, you're right. Most people think Joe Biden is the less of the two evils. That's
Yeah,
what you said.
that's what I mean.
He's the less of the two evil. I don't see I don't see Joe Biden as a evil. I think he's a decent man. Somebody somebody who loves this country. We actually done Biden, Vice President Biden, want America to stand up and to
Mm-hmm.
work up to all of this thing that is dividing us, including racism, including the fact that people fed up of politics as usual. And when a question was asked to the president to tell us whether he can disney or distance himself from white supremacy, the president just looked America in the eyes and said, "You're not gonna do it. He's
Right.
gonna do it." Now, if you want to describe somebody as evil, I think white supremacy is one of the cancer of this country, because he are actually trying to paint even the because keep in mind, a lot of white brothers and sisters are good people, but this
Yeah.
small group of people that believe that they are a superior race and tying themselves with Germany, Hitler Germany, a kind of ideology. These people are not doing any good to America. They're arming America. They're painting a dark picture for America. So I believe Biden is one of those politicians who are comfortable with saying Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Doesn't matter who created the slogan, but he understands that because of what we are going through, because of the
Mm-hmm.
history of this country, we are actually in a point where we have to recognize that African American or also as human as everybody else, and we have to respect the humanity. That's what is all this election is about. So the lesser of two evil, I think anybody who think that way need to do his homework. I've done my homework. I know Joe Biden will be a much better person to lead this nation coming November. Hey, listen, my brother, you probably have some other question for me. I have some other question for you. We're here for 45 minutes. You don't have to worry about anything. This station is supporting. We have some folks that support our station, and sometimes they send us ad to play when this
Yep.
show is on the air. So we're gonna play a quick. We're gonna take a quick break, play some of the some of these our supporter ad, and then we'll come back and we will jump into those activities that you want to talk us about. Okay. back here with Derek. Derek is a young gentleman that is doing good stuff in his community, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Listen, you saw those ad. If you have any ad like that, please send it to us. We can play this during our show. A lot of people watching. I also want to thank some of the friend of this show, Tamika Bevel. So you have the Keisha Paul. Everything. Richard Reyna, my good friend, and everybody that is watching this show. And we want to thank you and thank you for your support and for your fidelity. My young brother, Derek, let me come back. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, great. Now you have this thing. I don't know. You probably have other people working with you when it comes to this, Black Business Expo. That's the big project. I wanted to for you to take us a little bit back into how you come upon thinking about this Black Business Expo. Are you by yourself? Is this a community of people with you trying to put this stuff together, or what? Can you tell us a little bit how that idea come upon?
All right. We actually have a committee called the African American Cultural Alliance of Lancaster. We just recently formed under this new name back in June. Originally, we just were called the Annual Day Parade and Festival Executive Committee, and our mission was to produce an annual parade and festival celebrating African American culture. Over the years, we realized that we can have a greater impact if not only if we just celebrate African American culture, but also play a role in maybe economically supporting the culture. So that's how we came up with the idea of the Black Business Expo. We want to make sure that we provide an opportunity, especially during the Black Lives Matter movement, that we provide an outlet for African American owned businesses and organizations that have an opportunity to showcase their talent, their product, and how they are actually making a change in our community. A lot is going on where we're focusing on a lot of negative with COVID-19, the president's debate, and we being murdered by police officers. So we've realized that we needed, as a community and as a culture, something positive. So we created the Black Business Expo. This is actually the first one in Lancaster on this type of magnitude. And at this currently, we have like 50 vendors, ranging from your everyday mom and pop shops selling T-shirts and masks to companies that have celebrity photo booths to restaurants to youth entrepreneurs.
All right. So tell me, Derek, who's how do people? Is this just the Lancaster community, or this expo is actually an invitation to every other business people across the country? Is this
So
just
the Black
the
Business
people in your
Expo
community?
is actually open to everybody. Our current vendor list consists of vendors from Baltimore, Hanover, Harrisburg, Philadelphia. So we do have African American business owners from across the region that are actually coming to Lancaster to participate. And we have male, female, youth, and we hope that this event will provide an outlet for these businesses to 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 create new clientele and to create a new market for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, do you have any way? How do the people actually get in touch with you? How do they communicate with you their information?
And you can contact us, the African American Culture Alliance, via Facebook. You just look us up as African American Culture Alliance of Lancaster. You can find us on Instagram at AACA Lancaster, or you can email us at AACA Lancaster. That's LANCASTER at gmail.com. Or you can give us a call at area code 215-909-1569. Um, our event is October 17th and 18th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Clipper Stadium which is located at 650 North Prince Street in Lancaster, PA. Of course, during the pandemic, we are requesting that all guests wear masks and remember to stay social distance.
Absolutely. Listen, we're gonna take another quick break. When we come back, I want for you to make sure that this information that you're giving right now, or also posted on our social media platform. So when we come back,
Yes, sir.
Financial stress is hard on everyone. Your family, your children, your entire life can be affected. With constant harassing calls from creditors serving as a constant reminder of your financial crisis, it may be time to take action. Let our bankruptcy attorneys guide you every step of the way in getting your life back on track and getting rid of those harassing creditors. Contact one of our friendly staff now to set up a free, no obligation consultation to help find out if bankruptcy is the right choice for you and your family. We've helped dozens of clients complete the bankruptcy process, and our experienced team can answer any questions you may have along the way. So don't wait. Contact us now. You'll be glad you did.
all right, we're back here with Derek. Uh, to speak about is the Black Business Expo. Derek, a part of the Black Lives Matter movement is the fact that most people don't realize that Black Lives Matter does not only address the police brutality piece. Black Lives Matter is also about economics empowerment. So can you tell us a little bit why are you doing? Is this the same, or you put yourself in that philosophy to understand that this is not just about police brutality. This is about education. This is about black economics. Or do you agree with that? And what can you really say about the movement
I believe
itself?
that, as you said, that a lot of people fail to realize is that Black Lives Matter plays not only about police brutality, but about economic growth and education. We as an African American community have power in spending. We spend a lot of money outside of our community. And what happens is them dollars get recycled in Caucasian communities or Chinese community or the Italian community, and we provide services and quality of life for other communities than ourselves. So when we talk about Black Lives Matter and economic development, we're talking about spending money within the Black community so we can provide for our community, hire our community, and develop our community. If we do our research as like Black Wall Street, there was a community of Black businesses, Black churches, Black organizations, Black education institutes that were kind of funded by its own economic growth. The government didn't develop it. It was developed by, for people that look like me and you. And they did that by spending the money within their own community and created um, an economic powerhouse. And we know, rather we want to admit it or not, money kind of speaks volumes, and our spending power can change the way the community we live in looks like, the type of education our children receive, and that all plays a role in our lives as in Black lives. So that's why I feel like it's important that we recognize that Black Lives Matter also means Black economics, Black business matter, Black education matter, um, and we develop the African American community and lifestyle as a whole, the bigger picture.
Absolutely, that's excellent. Listen, I hope this interview play out in your community, and also that some of the businesses, big businesses, big money, to understand that for a long time people
Right,
believe that we just want to end out. No, people want to do want to do stuff themselves. All they need is just a little help. And I
right,
don't know if in your community some businesses, big money, people who actually want to help the community the community, they're just giving back to that same community that make them the way they are in the same in the same you know. So you know, do you actually have some support from the business community? I mean, corporations, you know, in your area.
Um, we actually do for you know, I post on my social media a lot about how for white companies and white organizations that Black Lives Matter hashtags or posts is not an opportunity to market your organization business. If you're shouting Black Lives Matter from a business or organization, are you putting your money behind it? Are you putting your policies and practice to change to affect the Black Lives Matter movement? So there's a local organization I'm called our business called Food and Bank, who has actually been a supporter of our organizations for many years, from the parade to the festival. And when we changed our format to the Black Business Expo, they stepped right in and said, we contribute to make this happen. Local car company called Lancaster Toyota. This is actually their first year being a sponsorship for us, and we were grateful for them to step in. Um, and actually, the Lancaster Democrat Committee, they stepped in this year to become a sponsor. Um, Janet Diaz, who is running for PA State Senate in our area, she became a sponsor. And Ishmael Smith Waddell. And Ishmael Smith Waddell is actually our city council president. He is an African American male with dreadlocks in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And his mother was the first African American professor at Millersville University in Lancaster. And he became a sponsor for our event too because he believed in the mission and the vision of providing Black economic development in our community. So with these people, they were able to actually help us rent the venue, and also we're providing a free community movie night at the same venue, Clipper Stadium, on the 17th, and we're showing Black Panther. And because of these sponsors, we're allowed to do that for our community absolutely free. We're not making any money off it. And we felt like, again, that's something to bring the African American and the community together to celebrate the culture and see some positive light about the African American culture.
Excellent. I mean, that's wonderful. And as far as the vendors are concerned, do they have to pay a fee to be a part of this expo?
Correct. So our vendor fees are, so we broke them down to for youth. We have a youth section where they only pay $20 for 2 days. And that's kind of to give the youth an opportunity to showcase their product and encourage youth entrepreneurship. Um, and actually working with another organization out of Philadelphia to actually produce an all youth Black Business Expo in the Philadelphia, Jersey area. But other adult vendors, it was $75 for 2 days. And if you were a food vendor, it was $150 for 2 days. And what that does is also help us cover the rental of porta potties, hand sanitizing station, insurance for the event. And we're giving out free T-shirts to the first 50 people on Sunday. And we're also giving out, we're doing a free raffle of um, African American artwork for two local African American artists. So we're using that money actually to invest back into the event and not try to make a profit off of it.
Mm, mm. So the bottom line is here is actually promotion. You want to put black businesses on a
Right.
display, give them a chance to have a better and a wider platform. That's exactly what we're doing right here. I hope whoever's listening from your area, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, just this is have to be a time where we all work together. Please contact us if you have any you know, you want any venue to promote your business. We here. That's what we do. Come our show and do just like what Derek did. Contact us and tell us about your project. If you have a business you want to put on a display or you want advertise that business for you, you know, you're welcome. That's what we do all day. So Derek, again, let's take another quick break, and then we'll come back. We going toward the end of this element, just a brief a little bit. I don't want to give you too much questions. I know a lot of your friends, family are watching. You're doing pretty good. Like I told you, I'm proud of you. So we'll be back in 1 second.
Hello and welcome to Vita's Vegan. We are on a mission to create and deliver healthy, delicious and nutritional fruit and vegetable chips that are reasonably priced and nourish both the body and soul. These snacks were inspired by Vita's desire to combine healthy and delicious within tasty treats sourced from organic products. As an executive chef, Vita has studied and trained in preparing diets to promote clean eating and improved heart health. These tasty fruit and vegetable chips are a culmination of years of her culinary exploration towards eating healthy and delicious snacks.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I think there's a little issue with connectivity. You know, live production is always difficult in terms of you never know what possibly could happen. And we rely on the internet, and the internet can have its own issues, to stop us from what we are doing. So again, like I said, please use this platform to promote your business. Talk to us. What is education, politics, or business? Today we're here with this young man, Derek, Vincent Derek, that is talking about not only himself, his achievement, but also about the Black Business Expo. This is a really, really, really important event that will take place pretty soon. I think you said, did you say that it's 17 and 18? Can you
Correct.
repeat
October
that?
17th and 18th.
Okay, so so far you have invited people from Baltimore, uh, but why just Baltimore? There's
We have Baltimore, Philadelphia, Harrisburg, Newark, Hanover, and we have vendors from them cities and states that are participating. And we hope people from all them cities and states come and actually experience the Black Business Expo. And my goal is not only to provide an outlet for businesses and entrepreneurs, but maybe even provide opportunities for African Americans to come visit to Lancaster and maybe think about moving here so that, we can create a better quality of life for us as a whole community.
that is that you are visionary, man, my brother. That's
You
seriously, that is good. That is the way you support and promote your city, but allowing good people, business people to come in the city and invest in that city. That's how you create
know?
jobs, and
Right.
I'm not shocked to see you running for office. That is, whenever you run, come back here because we would like to continue to support you. You have some good ideas. We want our youngsters in community to do the same. Promote promote your community. Bring more people, positive people, to invest in your community. Create jobs. That's how we stay out of trouble.
Right.
That's exactly how we said. What do you think, Derek? What do you think about that? I mean, it's a good thing, and I hope you are building a community of young leaders like yourself across this country, to continue to work and do the same thing that you do. Or you already have some connection with other leaders, young leaders.
We actually, back in before the pandemic started, we started gathering African American leaders in our community together for a monthly meeting called Black Voices, the State of Black America. And it was just actually Black business owners, Black leaders, and just everyday Black people from the community of Lancaster County coming together to kind of voice their concerns and voice how we can, as a community, move together on one accord with one agenda. The goal was not to create another organization, but to bring everybody together to figure out what the organizations that already exist can do to, let's say, get the Black agenda on government platforms or in economic development. So we've been working on that before COVID started. Then COVID hit it, and we kind of fell off, but our goal is to get back together and have these monthly meetings to bring Black leaders, Black community organizations, and businesses together to develop a plan on how to create Black economics here in Lancaster.
That is fantastic, my brother. That's I think we if you know all the youngsters, the young people, like you said, the young men that are doing the same thing, let them know that our platform is open, and we created this to make sure that folks like yourself are put on display.
Hmm.
We want to know more positive, influence, because most time when you open when you turn on the TV, you already know what you see on the TV. It's
Right,
always negative. It's always somebody being killed. We don't put on the display this kind of examples. Who knew? If I would meet you on the street, I will never imagine that you are a recipient of a Martin Luther King Essence of Humanity Award or NAACP Social Justice Award. I would never in the world, because
right,
we are living in a country where our mind and the way we perceive stuff are framed on based on stereotypes. So I
right,
think what you do is excellent, and I keep saying that I want you to continue to do that, and I want you to continue to inspire other young people to do the same. And this group of people continue to build on that, leadership, because leadership is what we need. I'm not talking about the sharp turn kind of leadership. I'm talking about community leadership. People who understand that before we go and ask for something, we have to build something for ourselves. And
right,
if you keep doing that, then guess what? You are a part of the solution, because there is a lot of division in the country. This is a time where we want to see young folks like yourself doing what they do, and we have to bring some help, put you on this plate so that other young people can be inspired by what you are doing. Listen, we have only 4 minutes left. We're gonna play quickly another commercial break. When we come back, probably you will reinforce so your message about this Black Business Expo, and if you have any requirement, any help that you want to ask, I think this is your time that you can talk about all of that, your expectation, your rule and regulation.
yep.
This last 3 minutes that's left will be given to you to kind of give us exactly all the information we need in order for you to help your organization to be successful on 17 and 18. So we'll be back. It's actually pretty hard with playing our videos so far. I want to apologize to our good friends that are working with us or supporting us. Yeah, Tating Game. I was watching, Aiden, Marilyn L. Aiden. You have Dina Bunch, Tamika Bevel, Richard Rayner. I mean, yes, and many more. The people that support this show. You have Keisha Paul from Baltimore. Please continue to support this show, and send us the information about what you want to be displayed on our show, and we will be able to put this on display. Again, like I said before, we are dealing today with our brother Derek, who's here to talk about the Black Business Expo, and we are looking forward to kind of work with them to see that event happen. Now, Derek, these are the last minutes that you have. Any particular message that you want to convey? You want to talk to business owners in your area. You want to talk to other people that still didn't know about the expo. What would be your message? This is your time.
I would like to invite everybody, no matter your age, background, economic status, to come to the Black Business Expo in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, October 17th and 18th at Clipper Stadium from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. There'll be over 50 vendors showcasing Black excellence, Black economics, and just Black beauty. We want you to experience the culture and show and experience the just the family love of the Black Business Expo. This event is being presented by the African American Cultural Alliance of Lancaster, and our goal is to just provide economic support for the Black community. You can reach us at AAACA Lancaster at gmail.com or 215-909-1569. Again, everybody is welcome to experience and support the Black Business Expo.
Actually, it's that come to 45 minutes. You exactly did a great job. Some people will go over. We usually go over 45 minutes, so 1 hour conversation. So you did pretty good in terms of timing. And we want to thank you, Derek. I hope this is not the last time we were going to come and see us. Just feel free whenever you have an event that you want to talk about, any business that you know that need more visibility than what we do all day. Again, a business is just our mission actually is to connect, the world to American expertise in everything business, education, and politics. So again, my brother, I would like to thank you and God bless you. Continue to do what you do, and we are looking forward to even have some news from that expo. So again, thank you, and we'll speak to you another time.
Thank you, and God bless you.
All right. Okay, so that was Derek from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We were happy to speak with this young man who is very, very smart and was don't have no excuse to go and trying to make some change in his community. I think this is the kind of young people that we have to support, both economically and in terms of mentorship. Anybody that is watching this program here, I want you to reach out to a young man like himself and try to mentor him and give him more ammunition so he can be a force in his community. So that conclude our show for today. We look forward to speak with you another time. Please stay blessed.